Welcome to the WIL Annual Conference. This is our 10th WIL Annual Conference. We've already finished 9 conferences, and it is with great joy that I see all of you here. I want to compliment everyone who is here, because our job is to deliver to your aspiration, your inspiration, your accomplishment, your distinction, your opportunities. That's why we founded the WIL Forum. We founded the WIL Forum because we wanted to be sure that 500 million women of India are not the invisible heroes of our growth story. Everybody keeps looking at the growth story in India and keeps saying, okay, we moved from 5% to 10% GDP, or from 10 to 12%, and right now we're probably doing only 6.2%. But where are the women in the growth story? How come they're totally invisible all the time? Why is it that every time we have seminars, the platform is only full of 90% men? These are the questions that lead somebody like me to go and say to somebody like Mr. Narayanan Murthy, you know, I would like to start the Forum for Women in Leadership. And it has nothing to do with women. It's about leadership. Can we just get the leadership right? Can we get this equation right? How is it that we have only 5% women in the top level and 95% are not the women? So these are the kind of aspirations with which we started the WIL Forum. And, you know, because it is our 10th milestone, I do want to pay homage to 4 or 5 men who founded the WIL Forum. The WIL Forum is not about women. It's not a women's forum. It's a business forum. But it's about women in leadership. That is our mission. And we all have to work together on the mission. We are all missionaries. That's the way it is. Even business people are missionaries. I'm a business person, but I'm also a missionary. So these are the kind of visions with which we started the WIL Forum. We were only 20 women, and as Yogini has already told you, we currently have 6,000 men and women across 250 companies. I have 720 WIL mentees. We have benchmarked 50 companies for best practices and best employers for women. We have certified 300 women for boards, and we have written 15 research reports. I'm an economist. For me, in God we trust, but everybody else comes with data. I also come with data. I don't want to hear all this noise that's going on about, you know, women and mentoring. Can you please show me the data? What did you do? What did you do in 10 years? Can you please show me, aside from holding so-called events? I'm having an event. What is an event? How many people did you mentor? How many books did you write? How many people did you certify for boards? How many meetings did you hold? Where did you take the thought leadership? That's how we make a change. I'm not saying this because I want to put down somebody. I'm saying this because if you want to make a change, then you want to make a change. You have to work at it. You have to put down the data. So I will leave you with some sound bites. And the first one is that it's not about women. These are my hashtags for today, which I've been saying for the last 10 years. And that's why I had to write a book, because soon I'm going to forget what I'm saying, because my mind is so way ahead that I have to keep opening my book and saying, okay, what was I really saying? So I was saying that it's not about women, it's about women in leadership. It's not about D&I. It's not about diversity and inclusivity. It's about DNA. What is your DNA? Can we get our hearts and our mind and our spirit together? If you can't, D&I will never work for you. You have to first put these ingredients called corporate culture, DNA, together. That is why it cannot be done by one person called D&I or one person called HR. It's got to be done by the CEO. It's not about nurturing women, it's about advancing women. This is the whole story, growth story that has to take place. The last slide on everybody's presentation that I go to is always missing. Where are you going to advance the women? I don't have the metrics on it. And then I always say to the companies, please stop asking what you can do for the women. Please ask, what can the women do for you? Can we just get this equation right? What are all these family-friendly policies? I don't know. The women are here for a job. It's called productivity. I'm an economist. I only understand productivity. Come to the work, produce something. And if you can do, make it excellent. That's all. But we must have equal opportunity for the women to shine. If the ecosystem is not equal, then they will not be able to shine. So these are the kind of sound bites that I tend to give to companies. And I hope that they will at least slice it a little bit and try to understand what we are saying. That at the end of the day, I don't know what is the meaning of a business agenda, but I do know the meaning of wealth creation. That's the original Adam Smith concept in economics of wealth creation. We must create wealth for everybody, for the employees, for the suppliers, for the producers, for the investors, for all stakeholders. It's called wealth creation. And the women are equal stakeholders. Why are we not creating wealth for them? Why are there not enough women investors? Why don't they have the money? What is the problem? These are the kind of questions with which the Will Forum leads its conferences.